Fine.
Okay. All right. How have you been?
Fine.
Fine.
Already fine.
Okay. What did you do over the weekend?
I was running all the week. All the weekend.
Running literally or rushing? What do you mean? Were you very active or were you
The,
literally running?
no, the activity
I see. All right.
for
Okay.
running.
Why was that? Was there a competition or it was just that you needed to go running?
I
Participated? No.
no, I'm preparing. Preparando. I'm
Trained.
preparing.
Trained?
I train the the career
For a race. Yes, you
for
were training for
exactly
a race. I see.
exactly.
Okay, okay. And how did you do? What was your timing fine, or do you think that you need to improve? Morning, Maxi. How are you?
Good morning, how are you? I'm fine,
I'm
thank
fine,
you.
thank you.
No, I'm fine.
You are
Yes, yes. I'm
okay.
training for 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's fine.
Okay, so there you should say, I have been training because you started in the past and you're still doing it. Yes. So
okay.
I
I
have
have
been
been
training. Yeah,
training. Okay,
for a year.
for a
Okay.
year. Yes.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to now. I think I'm going to close Meet. I believe that probably the others have already. Well, I'm not so sure. Well, okay, I'm going to close it. Um, I'm not so sure that you um check out your WhatsApp messages. Let's see. Okay, so because they have reorganized my scheduled meetings. Oh yes, Thomas is here, and I don't know why. Apparently, by setting a new link or by reshaping all these, my other meetings started to work well. So I thought probably this one can work well better too. Well, okay, fine. Alrighty. Well, okie dokie. I was checking out, and more or less we're going to have between 4 and 5 classes before you have to make the presentation. Andrea the other day was asking me what it consists of. So the idea is that you have the topic how we communicate as your north. And around that one is what you're going to make the presentation. What you have to do is to try and get to watch Thomas as many times as you can. Okay, hi Thomas. The videos that we
Hi,
have
Thomas.
watched, go over the vocabulary as many times as you can so that when you make the presentation, you integrate all that vocabulary. My advice to you is that you listen to the videos a couple of times a day so that you can internalize that vocabulary. For example, choose one today and you listen to it 3 or 4 times. Well, or at least a couple of times, like twice a day would be fine. And if you can do a bit of listening before going to sleep, that will do the trick too. Yes. Also, if you have the possibility, write down expressions and words. Yes. Try to see if you can devote this week and a half or 2 weeks. If you need a bit more time, I can grant you some more time if you want to work on new vocabulary items so that you don't use the same old expressions, the same old
Great.
structures, yes, and you get to become more accurate in the expression. Well, okay, so we're going to go to our material. Remember, were you able to practice question tags? Yes, I gave you quite a number of exercises. Yes, that page is plagued full with question tags. I want you to watch this video before we start. because while looking up material for a student that wants to take IELTS examination, I found this video and I thought of you. Oh, let me see. I'm going to put this here so that it doesn't interfere with our video. And here, so it says offers and suggestions with the shall, right? Since this is normally a topic that appears recurrently, I thought that this could be a good option. Let's see. Well.
Hello, my name is Sam, and I'm one of your teachers. In this grammar video, you will learn how to use the verb shall to express the future and to make offers and suggestions. Shall. Let's start by looking at how we express the future with shall. You've already learned that one way to form the future simple is with will. When we want to be more formal, we replace will with shall. Shall is more common in British English. Like will, shall is followed by a verb in the infinitive without to. Unlike will, shall cannot be contracted. Note that when talking about the future, shall is only used with the subject pronouns I and we. Let's see an example. I shall help you with your project has the same meaning as I will help you with your project. There is a small difference between using will and shall for the future. To express a very definite intention to do something, to show stronger determination, we use will. I will always love you. To form the negative, we use shall not. The short form of shall not is shan't. I shall not be late. We shan't go to the beach if it rains tomorrow. Now, let's talk about other situations where we use shall. Offers with shall. Shall is used in interrogative sentences to make offers and suggestions. To make offers and suggestions, shall is used with all subject pronouns. It is a modal verb, and so shall has the same form with all subject pronouns. In interrogative sentences, shall is followed by the subject pronoun and then a verb in the infinitive without to. Let's see some examples of offers with shall. Shall I open the door? Shall I call you a taxi? Shall we carry your bags? Suggestions with shall. Now let's see how to make suggestions with shall. We do this with the subject pronoun we and the infinitive without to. For example, shall we go to the beach? Shall we dance? Shall we meet tomorrow? In the ABBA film of this unit called Video and Spaghetti, two friends are planning a movie night. Let's see how they use shall to make suggestions.
Shall we get a video out tonight?
Yes, good idea. And shall I buy some food for dinner?
Okay. You buy the food and cook it, and I'll get the video.
We'll meet at my house at 7 o'clock, okay?
Yes. And shall I invite John and Susan to come?
Okay. If they're coming, tell them to bring some red wine for the spaghetti.
Let's take a look at the suggestions from the clip. Shall we get a video out tonight? And shall I buy some food for dinner? And shall I invite John and Susan to come? As you can see, shall is also used to ask someone what to do. Shall with question words. We can also use a question word before shall when we want to ask someone what to do. For example, where shall we meet? When shall I call you? What shall I cook tonight? Should instead of shall. It is helpful to know that for offers and suggestions, should is sometimes used instead of shall. Should we go out tonight? Should I call you a taxi? What should I cook tomorrow? Well, In this class, you have learned how to use the word shall to express the future, to make offers and suggestions, and to ask somebody what to do. I hope you enjoyed this class. It was lots of English, right? Remember, if you have any doubts, you have an assigned teacher who will help you answer your questions and guide you throughout your learning process. Keep going. Bye-bye.
Well, I'm sorry. I wanted to check out. I think Andrea's trying to get in contact with us. I don't know. Who wrote this? Is it one of you? No. So let's see. No, well, I don't know. Well, okay. So, are there any questions?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh.
So let's start with the short conversations that you're supposed. Oh, here. All right. She was hidden behind the bar. Well, okay. So here we have a role play to do today. It says, in pairs, we'll have 5 minutes to prepare a typical dialogue at a work meeting. Make sure you and your partner apply tips from the previous reading and also question tags to confirm information and show interest. Yes, do you remember the tips? Do you remember some of the tips that we were given here? Yes. Right. None.
Yes.
Okay, what do you remember, Tom? Well, for example, not to use but. Yes, that was one of the tips.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're invalidating everything that has been said before. Then there it starts by saying pause briefly before you answer, but at the same time, not too long, because if not, it seems as if you were not engaged in the conversation. What else do you remember? Then let me see, before we have 2 more here. Yes, it says, remember, keep your body language open. And this was no folded arms, no stern looks. Yes. Lean forward. Yes. To move forward, showing that you're interested. Nodding. Yes. Okay. And saying phrases such as, I see, continue, tell me more. Yeah. Okay. So that you can give some feedback as to make the other one know that you are following what the person is saying, right? Then you have to ask people to repeat key points. Yes. When they finished the second time, ask if there's anything else. Yes. Well, this lets them know that you are truly interested in hearing their point of view on the matter. You also have to ask for clarification if it is needed. Yes, I want to be sure I understand correctly. So this could be a phrase that you can use to ask the person to rephrase or repeat what he or she has said. Or questions such as, would you mind telling me again what you feel I'm spending too much money on a Target? Then telling me about what you'd like to see me do differently to help our departments reach our third quarter's goal. You're telling me about what you'd like to see me do differently to help our department reach our third quarterly goal. Okay, so that was another question. Then here we've already seen 3 and 4. Sorry, not 4. It says don't try to play winner take all. If there's something you feel you can concede right away, do so. It'll help. Try your best not to use words such as but. Yes, when someone hears that word, everything that was said before is negated. Then speaking calmly and moderately beats strong language. Remember, beats wins over. Yes, and then in great speeches and sermons, passion in tone is an asset. Well, okay, that was the reason why politicians would shout out their speeches. Then in one-on-one disagreement, calmness, and understatement win. When we said understatement, that means maybe, for example, you can say, people are having a hard time. It could be taken as an understatement because you're not going into detail of the miseries that people have to go through. Yes, it's like when you go into close detail of what you really think about something, then you are being too blunt and you would not be using understatement. Yes, like euphemismo. Yes, like you just say something to globalize things, but you are not being blunt as to express what is actually happening, right? And the Yale University and others found that facts that were stated calmly got people to change their minds more than scare tactics. Well, okay, so Andrea has left.
I'm here. Hi, guys.
Yeah, you are. Okay, you're without your camera. Well,
Yeah.
alrighty. So
Sorry.
I will get you then split into two groups so that you can do the activity, which was prepare a role play about a conversation that can be typically found in your working environment. Yes, applying these tactics and using question tags. Okay, so where are we? I am supposed to go. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. And here, break. So we have two rooms. Let's see. I will be flitting into one and the other to see if there are any doubts. Do you have any doubts now? No? Are you fine with the assignment? Okay. So it's typical topics that you normally have at university, at work, with your mates, yes, trying to apply these tips as much as you can. Maybe I will send you screen prints of the tips so that you can have them at hand and you can apply them if you want to, one by one or a couple of them. Yes, it's up to you. Well, okay. So now open all rooms. There you go. I think that'll be it. Now you need to click on join. Supposedly you should have a button there where you have to click where it says join. There. Good. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
the because when the finally the time, the fuel are the big problem for the radiation.
What do you mean
Yes.
when the time? What do you mean by that,
Because
Matthew?
the fuel are the 10 years of life.
So you say that fuel in 10 years time we will have used up all the fuel reserves.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
it will only last for 10 years. Fuels will only last for 10 years. Only 10 years.
Yes, approximately.
Wow.
Wow. Yes,
I see.
it's a problem for the impact, but when you look the environment aspect, you have to look the good impact too, for like say contrarrestar.
Counterbalance. Yes, to counterbalance.
To counterbalance the negative aspect too. So if you have you have a nuclear project for something good or for something um, for see for um, grow up in a specific topic, I don't know, about investigation or energy, maybe maybe the impact, the positive impact is more that negative impact. So it's not is only environment, if more like sustainability are different things. But yes, of course, all the process of the life cycle of a nuclear cycle is important, is have a important impact.
It has an important impact, ecologically speaking, or are you talking about the benefits of the nuclear cycle?
Ecological,
I see.
for the I don't know, for the raw material, um, for the exploitation, but and the impact in general, because all the processes is see have a big impact, but but I don't know, Mati, are you in the nuclear in QA in QA?
No, in the PM, the project management for the nuclear.
The
Okay.
nuclear what? Nuclear is nuclear. So
Yes,
what do you mean?
the nuclear department.
I see. Okay.
Yes, but the problem with the fuel is because they cannot be thrown away.
They cannot be thrown away. Yes.
Thrown
Okay.
away.
Yes.
And I have to store in the sink on the
In a
pool.
sink, in a pool.
In the pool.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, in the pool with the
In the,
I understand.
yes, and actually the system are currently being developed to see how to take advantage of the remain of the fuel.
The remains
The remains of fuel.
of fuel. I see. Okay.
Yes.
And when you say a swimming pool, are these special dug up swimming pools for storing these residues?
Yes, it's a special blinding. armor, blindaje, un blindaje especial.
I don't know. It's something proof, like leak proof, for example. When you say bulletproof, yes,
Ujú,
that means that it doesn't let bullets go through. So maybe this
ujú.
could be leak proof basins, yes, or leak proof swimming pools, that will prevent leakages from happening. Leak is filtrados o pérdidas, right? So, okay, all right.
Yes, and
Sí.
the same, and the pool contain a 6 meter of wall.
A 6 meter, a
The
6 meter thick wall, or 6 meter, yeah, thick, I would say, thick as grueso,
sí,
no?
yes,
So, all right, made of concrete, or does it have steel or other elements?
concrete,
Concrete, okay.
concrete.
But the concrete have
Does the concrete have
a how say plomo? I don't remember.
Yes.
lead? Okay,
How?
does lead,
Lead.
Lead, but you said lead, as in lead,
Lead.
but the pronunciation is lead. I see, all right.
Lead. Okay.
Which proportion of lead does it contain? Do you know that? How much
I don't
concrete
know.
and how much lead? I see,
I don't
okay.
know.
Okay. Are question tags
I don't
appearing
remember.
in this conversation or not? For example, you can say the concrete has lead, doesn't it? Yes,
Okay.
okay.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Or for example, the damage created by nuclear waste is important, isn't it? Yes, or it's hard to avoid it, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Well, all right. I'm leaving the room. I'm going to the other group. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good.
Okay.
Oh no, leave breakout room here. Yeah.
Any idea to, any idea to, ideas to, could you share with us any idea to es como decir, to do that, or to do this, or
In the last meeting, we talked about the goals of the month. Okay. This month we need to beat the goals. All right. Yes. Could you share with us? The subject
any,
will be missing. You should say, could you share with us any ideas? Maybe to implement, yes, or to carry out.
okay. Yes, it's better that, okay, to
Yeah, it's
implement.
okay to do. It's okay, or to start working on from now on. Yes, maybe not just one word, but to start getting focused on from now on. Yeah, to continue with. All right.
Okay.
Okay. For example, there, when you give the answer, you can use a question tag. For example, you can say, we could work on whatever. Couldn't we? Yes. So that you are making a suggestion by using a question tag.
Can you repeat this? Sorry.
Yes. You can say, for example, as an answer, in the answer, you could include a question tag. Maybe you can say, we could work on whatever you are working on right now. And you can say, couldn't we? Yes. So you are making a suggestion, an indirect suggestion, by using a question tag.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Um,
Thomas, we could focus on uh, we can use could we focus on like a question?
yes, too. Right. Yes, that's a possibility.
Could we focus?
The point is that I would like you to use question tags. So maybe you would say, we could focus on, and whatever the topic could be, could we? Yes. So you are making a question anyway, but in an indirect way.
Okay, we could focus on the two first goals.
On the two first.
First goals, metas, or objectives.
Goals, yes.
Goals.
You speak of goals, right? Could
Goal. Yes,
there,
okay.
Thomas, you should say couldn't, because I had affirmative.
Yes.
Then I
Sí,
should use
you
a
need
negative
to
there.
use a negative form.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes, in the question tag. So you say, couldn't we?
Okay. And another person responds, yes, I think that is a great idea.
Sorry. Yes, I.
Yes, I think that is a great idea.
Okay. There, for example, you should say, yes, I think that is a great idea. Or if you use that as a subordinator, you should say, I think that is a great idea. Yeah, because the way you said it,
I think that is a great idea. Okay.
exactly. Or you can leave it as it is, but you have to change the intonation contour. You have to say, yes, I think that is a great idea. You see? But if you say, I think that is a great idea, the second that is missing, because you have to
Yes.
provide a subject. Yes, you need, for example, if you say, I think that is a great idea, then is a great idea, it has a missing subject. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, but we need to use choose that.
Yeah, because one.
Yes, I think that is a great idea.
Exactly. Yes, I think that.
I think that.
Yeah.
That is a great idea. Okay.
Yes, because one is the way you the collocation of thing. Yes,
Same.
and then the other one is the subject of the clause that you are adding. There you have a nominal clause. Yes, what you have is a noun clause, what you call in Spanish una proposición subordinada nominal se tiene, and that is a great idea, and it needs to have its own subject. Or you can say, I think that it is a great idea. Maybe I think it's better. I mean, not better, but you can see the difference between the that and the it working as a subject. You see, I think that
Yes.
it is a great idea. But if not, yes, you have two that's provided.
Okay. We can use to that. Okay. Thomas, yes, I think that, comma, that is a great idea. How do you say comma in English?
Comma, because it takes
okay.
double M. Yes, you have the word comma, and then you also have coma. But a coma is when your health condition is serious. Yes.
Okay.
For example, well, I can't remember her name. The girl that was that had implants has been in a coma. Well, I can't remember. It's an actress. I don't know if you have been watching television. Well, okay. But if not, this is comma, because it takes double M. Comma. Silvina Luna. Yes. Silvina Luna has been in a coma.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Coma is a health condition.
Yeah, but that takes only an M. Yes, it's COMA, but the punctuation mark takes double M. That's why you have to say comma and not comma, comma. Well, okay. Well, I think that's all right. I'm going to get you back to the general room, closer room.
Okay.
All righty. Well, all right. Where am I? All right, you're back here. Okay, so I would like you to tell the other group what you had been talking about. Or what you did to show the other group what you have done.
Okay, I share the document.
The text.
There you
Yes.
are. I thought I had missed you. Okay, fine. All right, so can you read
you
it
see?
out? Yes, yes. Maybe there you should say, can you see it? Yes.
Can you see it?
Yeah, that's right. I'd like you to read it out as if you were acting out the dialogue. Would you?
Okay.
Okay. Start me.
Let's start. Okay.
Yeah,
Dale.
shall I
Okay.
start?
Okay.
Shall I start?
Yeah, good.
Start you.
Okay. Hi, who are you today?
Hi,
Thomas?
I'm fine. Hi, Maxi. I'm fine. And you?
Fine. What did you do this weekend?
I traveled with my family. And you?
I stayed at home doing some homework.
We need to talk about the last meeting that we had.
In last meeting, we talked about the goals of the last month. This month, we need to beat that goals.
Could you share with us any ideas to implement?
We could focus on the two film goals, couldn't we?
I think that is a great idea.
Okay, I think
Okay,
yeah, it's all
estamos
right.
para el Oscar, básicamente.
Yes.
Very good, great.
Dios
Okay.
mío.
Fine, good. Let's see. Let's go over some mistakes. It says, what did you do? Maybe you should say this last weekend or last weekend. Yes, there. Then
Last weekend, okay.
I traveled. Is fine. This is okay if you spell it in American English. If not, it should take double L. Yes, but it's
No,
fine.
okay.
If it's British English, it will take double L. I stayed at home doing some here. Homework is uncountable, so it cannot be pluralized. You have to say some homework. Now, when you say
Okay. With the S.
without S, yes, it means, for example, English homework. Did you mean that, or did you mean housework? Was it homework or housework? Housework is cleaning, fixing things.
Okay, housework.
It was housework.
Housework.
If you say
Okay.
homework, that means that you are studying English 24 hours.
Yes. It's like tarea, homework.
Yeah, that's right, homework.
Okay.
Then we need to talk about the last meeting we had. Not we had, just we had.
We have.
Yes.
Okay.
In the last meeting, how can you correct the verb? It says, in the last meeting, we
talked, hablamos in past.
exactly. It should be in the
Okay.
past
Talk.
because there you use the verb correctly, but it needs to be conjugated in the past. So
Okay.
you have to say, we talked, ed. Yeah. About the goals. Remember the
Talked.
word goals. About, maybe there you should say about last month's goals, sorry. This month we need to beat, and here there's a lack of agreement between that and goals. How can you modify that? Because if you say that is ese objetivos. Yes.
Okay. These
These
goals.
esos. And if it's is que son esos, how would you say it? You say this, these, that. The plural of that is
I don't remember.
those. Those.
Those goals.
Those. Yes. So
Those goals.
those goals. That's right. Those goals.
Goals.
Then could share with us any ideas to implement. What's missing there? You said could share with us. What's wrong with could share?
Could you, it is
Yeah,
a
that's
subject.
right.
Could you share with me? Okay, because the conversation is between two persons, with me,
Yes.
any idea.
But if you
And,
said with us, then maybe you wouldn't say the word share. Could we talk, for example, about some ideas to implement? Because if you say share, that would be compartir, no? So that means that somebody has something, but you don't have it. Or if not, you could use could we talk about some ideas to implement, for example.
okay.
Then we could focus
Could we?
to first
Okay.
goals. Couldn't we? That's okay. Yes, I think that is a great idea, or I think that is a great idea. Fantastic. Good. Now, how about Maxi and Andrea? Could you share with Thomas and, sorry, Matthew. Could you share with Thomas and Maxi what you have talked about? I mean, I know you haven't written down anything, but what did your topic revolve around?
Yes, Matisse is a call, but we talk about the nuclear project because he work in this area and I work with Herradias, so we talk about that.
Okay, so we talked about, yes, and he works. Remember, the inflection is he works in this area. Okay, fine. Well, okay, good. All right.
We have not the question like Matthew and Thomas. They are more I don't know how to say applicate.
You say dutiful. Duty is obligation, and you speak of dutiful students. Yes, that would
beautiful student.
Not view, but duty. Like as when you go through customs and you say duty free. Yes, so okay. Then you say dutiful. I'm going to there. You would say dutiful, like this, dutiful, like that. Okay, good. Okay, fine.
Dutiful.
Yeah, dutiful. Alrighty, so let's go back to our material. Here we go. Well, here you have different situations. It says, look at situations A to C. In each situation, there has been a cross-cultural misunderstanding. Discuss what has caused the misunderstanding. So these are people from different cultures, yeah? So, for instance, let's take situation number 1. What's happening here?
The third, listen enthusiastically.
Yes, okay. But what is the picture showing? That apparently is generating some kind of tension in the conversation.
Yes, the lady is with the arms, crossed arm.
Folded, yes, okay. She's showing herself with her arms folded. But why?
Folded.
what's going on? There's something that seems to be generating the tension. Yes, another thing. He
I
is
think
giving,
is
yeah,
he is pointing her
he,
with
yeah,
the
okay, you call this, he's pointing at her with an incriminating finger, yes? So,
Okay.
this
Okay,
is
like,
something, yeah, that's right. I would say, for example, if you are in the American culture, making gestures with your hands and giving this, I mean, showing this finger in this way, um, can generate much more tension than among us Latin American people. Yes, maybe for us, obviously, I mean, showing this incriminating finger does create tension for us too, but we are more used to body language, I mean, making gestures more than body language, yes. Whilst American people do not, they are not used to having this kind of elements that interfere in the conversation. In general, English speaking cultures or people from English speaking cultures are not used to using their hands much. Yes, they are supposed to speak without showing their hands, without moving their hands about. Yes, and this is something
Okay.
that we do all the time. I tell you this because when I was at Teachers Training College, one of the things they kept correcting from us was that we had to deliver a class or we had to express ourselves without using our hands. Probably you have found yourself making these gestures, yes, like, okay, because we have to do this, and this is something that generates some kind of interference, cultural interference between us Latin American and them English speaking people. Yes, if as I tell you, we were supposed to keep our hands folded on our laps because that was something that we had to be curbed on. Yes, como disciplinadas. It was something that teachers, especially from first year, had as a purpose. Yes, they had as a goal with us. Okay, so this is one thing. Then the second one here. This is the opposite between English speaking countries and ourselves. Yes,
I think
maybe
is the question.
exactly. And what happens here?
Is he is shocked?
Yeah,
Shocked.
yes. But for example, American people make this question freely. Maybe they I don't know, they ask you what your name is, where you're from, and the third question could be how much do you earn? For us, this is terribly invasive, yes, and we feel that it's even disrespectful. Yeah, so it's a question that um, we feel we are forced to answer against our will. Yes, but for them, it's absolutely natural. um, Basically because they are a consuming society and their objectives revolve around money, basically, right? But I don't know. Maybe we also have it as, I mean, money is for us something that we need to generate so as to be able to live, basically. But in our culture, speaking about our salaries, it's rather it's a private issue, yes, and being asked this question sounds rude, yes.
Yes.
Here, how can you interpret this?
I think he offers some idea or something, and the other guy is reject the offer and don't like it.
I okay. I think that the man on the left is invading the space of the man on the right.
Yes, right, yes. Or again, yes, because of his body language in terms of what he's saying, it's true. Maybe he's offering something that doesn't seem correct or
Okay.
seems, but it's true. Yes, he's also invading his space, right? For example, for us Latins, maybe that distance is fine. For American people, that's terribly invasive. You should be sitting at an arm's length, yes, or standing at an arm's length. Yes, that is the distance. And you can play around with these. You will, for example, if you step forward little by little towards them, they start walking backwards so as to keep that distance from you. Because it's incredible how these things work. And I have read in a first certificate book that, for example, Turkish people need to smell the other people's breath, because if the other people is let's see, avoiding that, the other person is avoiding that, then they interpret it as, or let's say that the other person is lying to them. But yeah, I think it's quite disgusting. With COVID, maybe they all caught COVID because of that. Okay, so it's incredible how cultures can be so radically different, and how these can affect negotiations. Yes, in your case, you have to be extra careful because, for example, American people are really sensitive about all these things. If they feel that they are being invaded in their space, they become more reluctant to negotiate. They won't answer your calls. They won't reply your emails pretty soon. They are very, very sensitive. So that's why you have to be extra polite by saying, I would really appreciate it. Could you please, would you mind sending me this information? Like, please, all the time. What happened to Matthew? He was on a call, right? The many more times you use polite words, you will definitely get a better path for negotiation. You will prepare the road for better negotiation. And the minute you feel that they are being like distant, or you feel that the conversation is not flowing, it's because something from our culture has interfered, and they cannot tell the difference. Because for us, we can say, well, all right, it's because he's American. But in our case, in their case, they don't put it down to culture. They take it personal. So I'm sorry, I need to go to a meeting. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay, we too.
See you on Friday.
See you
Okay.
on Friday. Bye. Have a great
Bye
week.
bye.
Friday.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Nancy. Thank you,
You're
guys. Bye.
welcome.
Have a nice.
Thank you for
Bye.
coming. Bye. See
Bye.
you.